Hey everyone, Mitch coming in for the Commander's Quarters Temporary Studio. Welcome to the show. So, it finally happened. We have a Mirror Commander, and let me just switch over real quick because, okay, I should probably say first, this is potentially a leaked image, not confirmed, but again, Wizards doesn't know how to print things properly, apparently. So, yeah, here is the translated version of the card with Urtet Remains of Memnarch. That's right! I was just about to say, like, Memnarch's back, but, like, the remains of Memnarch are back? I don't know. I really don't know that part of the story about Memnarch. Anyways, a 2/2 legendary artifact creature, Mirror, that costs 3, that says, whenever you cast a Mirror spell, create a 1/1 colorless Mirror artifact creature token. At the beginning of combat on your turn, untap each Mirror you control, pay WUBRG, tap, add 3+1 counters to each Mirror you control, activate this during your turn. So, well, a 5-color legendary Mirror is finally here. Again, Mirror Tribal finally has a commander. I think it was like over 2 years ago when I did an episode on different tribes that desperately needed a commander, and Mirror was definitely one of the ones that I brought up on that one, and I'm very happy to see that Mirror finally has a commander. I mean, okay, yes, Morophon technically, right, can just be, you know, a tribal commander. Doesn't really help with Mirror. This one definitely does, though. I mean, in multiple ways, obviously. So yeah, casting Mirror spells, again, there's only so many Mirror out there. You can add more and more Mirror to the board by, you know, just simply casting a Mirror spell. And obviously that does count, you know, any kind of a Mirror spell. If you have, you know, a shapeshifter type spell as well, that would help as well. And of course, you know, by bouncing the Mirror back to your hand, potentially you can recast them, or, you know, getting them back from your graveyard, recasting them. There are different ways to use and abuse this. We'll talk about that here in a bit. Beginning of combat on your turn, untapping every single Mirror you control. Yeah, there are plenty of Mirror out there. In fact, probably the most used Mirror out there are the ones that actually tap for mana. So sure, being able to utilize them for mana, potentially, you know, for that ability, you know, again, pay WUBRG, tap, get 3 counters on all your Mirror. That is a lot. That is a lot of additional power for every single one of your Mirror, including, again, your tokens. So those 1/1s can become quite deadly, quite quickly. So yeah, I think this commander has a lot of potential. I think a lot of players out there are going to be very excited about it. And again, I will urge you to take all of what I'm saying with a grain of salt, because yeah, this has not been confirmed to be an official card yet. I mean, highly likely that it is. So yeah, if you are interested in this commander though, make sure you check out my link to the cards I'm talking about on this episode in the description below. And of course, with these kinds of episodes, I'm going to be breaking things down into budget buys, which are cards that are less than $1, so cards within my own budget, and also pricier picks, which are cards that are above my budget. So yeah, with all that said, let's jump into some cards. So, like I mentioned earlier, yeah, there are plenty of Mirror out there that actually tap for mana, and yeah, Silver Mirror is definitely one of the, well, there's a cycle of 5, I should say, each of which tapping for a singular color, 2 mana dorks that have, you know, are 1/1s, but again, with this kind of a commander, you can grow them quite quickly, and of course, they can produce twice as much mana on your turn, because, well, yeah, you can just tap them for mana, untap during combat, tap them again for something, or obviously, you know, swing them, you know, if you need to in combat as well. Palladium Mirror, this one is a bigger mana source for you. I mean, it can essentially give you 4 mana in a turn, which is great. A 2/2 for 3 that can tap for colorless. Again, twice as much production from this thanks to your commander. Obviously, with that colorless, you can't utilize that for your commander's ability, but that's fine. You'll have plenty of other things to spend it on, like, you know, more Mirror, like Shimmer Mirror. Flash, and you may cast artifact spells as though they had flash. That's a fantastic effect, allowing you to, you know, basically utilize your opponent's turns for when you're going to be casting things. Kind of like a Vidalcan Ori, but specifically for artifacts. Now, keep in mind, obviously, if you do want to make the most out of your Mirror that have, you know, those abilities to tap for mana, you are going to want to utilize, you know, some of that mana before combat, because you get to untap them to do it again. So yeah, Shimmer Mirror, definitely a great utility Mirror, and there's a good amount of utility Mirrors out there as well. And speaking of utility, well, one Mirror has all the utility with Mirror Welder. Imprint, tap, exile target artifact card from a graveyard. That counts anyone's graveyards, not just our own. Mirror Welder has all activated abilities of all cards exiled with it. So yeah, being able to get every single activated ability is pretty fantastic. Again, we can utilize, you know, mana rocks. We can obviously utilize our Mirror as well to essentially just make this into a monstrous Mirror that can do some pretty crazy things. In fact, yeah, speaking of crazy things, Mirror Galvanizer. Other Mirror creatures you control get +1/+1, so a nice Anthem effect. But more importantly, in a lot of scenarios, hey, pay 1, tap, untap each other Mirror you control. So we have yet another way to untap our Mirror army. And again, obviously, with those mana dorks or other ones that have, tap abilities, including our commander, being able to utilize them again can be huge. And when it comes to mirror, again, like I mentioned earlier, hey, shapeshifters are also technically mirror. Okay, not shapeshifters, I should say changelings. Changeling is what I meant. You know what I meant. Anyways, changeling, basically, this card is every creature type, like mirror entity. Pay X until on a turn, creature you control base power and toughness XX and gain all creature types. So basically, again, you are going to be able to utilize your mirror to the fullest. Again, most of these mirror are quite tiny, including the tokens that you're going to be making. Again, they are 1/1s. Again, you can get them bigger and bigger and bigger by getting more counters on them with your commander, but then mirror entity can just be the cherry on top of all that, making their base power and toughness much larger. Basically a giant, +X until end of turn, helping you utilize them to the fullest. And also in this deck, of course, we are going to be utilizing certain creatures that might not be mirror, but again, mirror entity can actually make them into mirror, which is nice. But yeah, Foundry Inspector can be great regardless. Artifact spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. I mean, I'm pretty sure every single mirror out there, okay, not including changelings, are actually artifacts. So yeah, we're going to have plenty of artifacts in this deck, and reducing the cost can be huge. And the more and more of these reduction costs we have, the more and more mirror that we can actually cast, to reduce cost or even for free. So yeah, a card like Paradoxical Outcome can be an incredible in combination with this. Instant for 3 and a blue, return any of your target non-land, non-token permanents you control to their hand, draw a card for each card returned to your hand this way. Basically, hey, bounce back a ton of mirror back to your hand, recast them, get your commander's trigger again and again and again, making more and more mirror. And also, yeah, with this Paradoxical Outcome too, just drawing a ton of cards. What's not to love about that? Speaking of which, Song of Freyalise, a saga with lore counters 1 and 2 being until your next turn, creatures you control gain tap, add 1 mana of any color, which of course works incredibly with our commander's ability to untap our creatures. And of course, Mirror Galvanizer as well. And then also with the ability to, just get more and more counters on our creatures by pumping mana into that. So yeah, that can work fantastically. And speaking of counters, yeah, that third lore counter says put a counter on each creature you control. Those creatures gain Vigilance, Trample, and Indestructible until end of turn. Yeah, this army that we've been amassing and we've making bigger and bigger and bigger. Now we're making them incredibly deadly and incredibly hard to deal with. So yeah, this card can do a lot of work for you in a game. But now when it comes to pricier picks, again, cards that are outside of my budget, cards that are above $1, yeah, how about Cryptolith Rite? That is basically Song of Freyalise's first part, essentially, without, losing it, because, you only get so many lore counters on that. Hey, creatures you control have tap out of 1 mana of any color to mana pool. That is a pretty fantastic effect, again, especially with a commander like this that can untap our creatures. We can add a ton of mana to our mana pool, and again, keep in mind, all those little tokens that we're making now are mana dorks as well, too. So yeah, we can get a lot of value out of this. Speaking of value, Mirror Superion absolutely loves our mana dork creatures because it is a 5/6 mirror that costs just 2 mana. It says spend only mana produced by creatures that cast Mirror Superion. Yeah, no problem there, boss. We can do that. And yeah, I guess the reason I'm bringing this one up is because it's a very interesting card, number one. Number two, there's actually only 2 mirror that are outside of my $1 budget, and the other one is Plague Mirror, which is a 1/1 that can tap for a color, so again, another mana dork, but it also has Infect, which is incredible with this commander because, yeah, what does it take? 3 activations essentially with our commander, which is very easy for us to do to get 9 counters on this, and with it having, 10 power, just takes 1 hit on an opponent to take them out. So yeah, have fun laughing at your opponents when they get taken out by a tiny little mirror that becomes absolutely monstrous. And when it comes to pricier picks, well, yeah, there are plenty of fantastic tribal cards in the pricier pick section because, well, tribal is quite a, very popular way to, build decks. And there's a lot of popular tribes out there. And now Mirror can be one of those. I'm not sure exactly how popular Mirror is going to be, but regardless, cards that can work really well with this commander are going to be ones like Herald's Horn, Urza's Incubator, and Reflections of Litjara. Herald's Horn says enters battlefield, choose a creature type. We're going to choose Mirror. Go figure. Creatures, spells you cast the chosen type cost 1 less to cast. Again, cost reduction can be huge, especially when it comes to artifact creatures. Game for upkeep, look at the top card of your library. If it's a creature card of the chosen type, you reveal it, put it in your hand. Hey, get extra Mirror off the top of your library into your hand for free. What's not to love about that? Urza's Incubator, even bigger cost reduction. Enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Creature spells of the chosen type cost 2 less to cast. Again, a way to basically make our mirror cost next to nothing, or yes, nothing. Cast them for free, get our trigger, get more and more mirror tokens into play. Again, have ways to bounce them back to our hand. Do it again, essentially for free. Can have some really explosive turns. And yeah, make even more mirror with Reflections of Litjara. Enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Again, mirror. Whenever you cast a spell of the chosen type, copy that spell. So yeah, we can double up on things. I mean, just think about doubling up on Mere Galvanizer. Sure, we get a double Anthem, right? +2/+2. But more importantly, hey, pay 1, tap on tap each other mirror you control. We have 2 of those. We can very easily go infinite with a couple of mana dorks in play. So yeah, a lot of potential with that. And speaking of potential, yeah, Kindred Discovery, very good in a deck like this. Enters battlefield, choose a creature type. We're going to choose Mirror. Go figure. When a creature you control the chosen type enters the battlefield or attacks, draw a card. Yeah, we're going to be making a lot of Mirror tokens whenever we cast Mirror again, so we're going to be drawing for all of those. Again, this does not say non-token creature. It does not specify that. And on top of that, it counts when we attack as well. And again, keep in mind, yeah, we can utilize our Mana Dork Mirror to tap for mana, but we can still utilize them in combat as well when we untap all of them thanks to our commander. And I do have to mention, I'm going to get yelled at in the comments below, Annoying Procession, Doubling Season obviously worked very well with this commander. Yeah, our commander makes tokens. No, really, Annoying Procession. Hey, double up your tokens. Double up the amount of mirror that you're going to be making. What's not to love about that? Doubling Season helps us in multiple ways, though. Yeah, a very expensive card for a reason. Doubles up our tokens, doubles up our counters that we're going to be getting as well. So, hey, yeah, cast a singular mirror, get 2 tokens. Great. Utilize our commander's ability to get 3 counters. Wait, no, 6 counters on all of our creatures. Now we just made what? Again, 2 1/1 mirror that are now +6/+6 essentially with all those tokens on them. So we have 7 sevens, 14 power. Instead of, you know, what would have been, 4 power, essentially? Am I doing the math right? Anyways, yeah, obviously this card is a fantastic one, and obviously it's very expensive for many reasons. Overall, though, yeah, I think a lot of players out there are going to be very excited about Urtet, Remains of Memnarch. Again, I'm quite confused. What happened to Memnarch? I don't know. Someone let me know the story in the comments below, please. What in the world happened to Memnarch? Why is this a remain of Memnarch just running around? I mean, it's pretty cool, obviously, but it's also, hey, finally, the most important thing, though, is this is a legendary artifact creature, Mirror. Those words right there are just what I've been waiting to hear for a long time. 5-color Mirror Tribal. Sign me up for that. I hope you're as excited about this one as I am. And of course, in the comments below, yeah, let me know how excited you are. And then also, yeah, in the description below, make sure you check out the linked list of cards I talked about on this episode if you're interested in this one. But again, I will just say you might want to wait to pick anything up for this one until it is actually confirmed to be a legitimate spoiler, because again, at this point, it is not confirmed yet to my knowledge. So yeah, keep that in mind. And with that, today's episode is coming to a close, so yeah, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below, and of course, as always, thanks again, and have a good one. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. We also have a ton of brand new t-shirt designs in stock, so make sure you check out those as well. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all of their support.